guys, welcome to Next Step with Cherry. So I am so happy today because I am bringing to you guys good news. As I promised that this year you must move abroad. So I'm trying to reach every corners and every areas that we had problem last year, especially people with HND that could not find something, or you don't have the, or you currently don't have the money to pay your tuition, but you know that probably when you get admission, get your visa, you will try to figure something out when you move to that country. That is a very good opportunity for people that only have their proof of fund. You have your proof of fund for your accommodation and your feeding, and then you don't really have the tuition as of when you are starting your application or even when you are going through your visa. So this opportunity is for you. I am so glad because I try to look for countries that have high visa chances so that you will be able not just to get your admission, but also to get your visa, arrive to Europe and figure things out and then make a plan on what to do next. So that is why I reached out to our brother, which is currently in this country, and he is going to tell us he's going to clear all our doubts regarding admission application, visa application, job opportunities, and also like the good part of being in this country. What are really the good perks of moving to this country? So we are going to go to that, and I'm today with a handsome brother of ours, and I'm going to allow him to introduce himself, and then we can kick off with that. Hello, please, can you introduce yourself to us, where you are, where you're from, and anything you want us to know about you?
Hey, first of all, my name is Abbas. I'm a Nigerian now based in France.
Okay,
I'm
so
studying my master's M2 Information System Management here in France. I wrapped last year, September.
okay, that is very good. Please, can you tell us what do you think are the good things or the good things about choosing France? If you were to recommend France for a Nigerian or, for example, people with HND that are also looking for opportunities, what are the good, why should they choose France? What are the good reasons behind that?
I would say, France does not discriminate like other countries. The other countries will told you like if you have HND, you don't have a chance. But for France, they will once you knock the door, they will let you and try to interview and evaluate you based on the skills you have, and you need a good CV and also a motivation letter. So once you have good application, I assure you, getting yourself into the door is straightforward. You have
So
it.
what about the tuition part? I remember when you told me that you did not pay tuition before you moved to France, and also you told me that there are opportunities to even waive your tuition. Is how does that work in France?
Yeah, sure. So I arrived France without paying a dime, and it's not only me. Most of my friends, like let's say my classmates from other countries, they did the same. And it's not I'm not the only Nigerian here in my course. Especially we are like four Nigerians, and we arrived without paying a dime. And also the school give us a chance before we even arrive. They send us a link where we can apply for the tuition waiver, which means the waiver, meaning you will pay the same amount as like French citizens, which is only 270 euros. So at the moment, they waived the fee for all of us. So the deposit we made when we arrived in France, which is 1,003 something, and they were about to refund it.
Okay, please, can you tell us before we move to admission and visa application? Can you tell us, because I want to clear people's doubts? He has said that HND can apply to France. You can apply to universities in France. There are two types of universities: the one you can apply directly, and the one you need to apply through Campus France. Okay, can you tell us about jobs in France for international students? Are there jobs for international students? Your classmates, your fellow Nigerians there, are they working? Even if it is part-time, like, student job, 20 hours per week job. And how long will it probably take people to find job, like as a student, to find job in France?
So I would say for the job part, Like most of us here, Nigerians, let's just talk for Nigerians. It took us like 3 months to get the job. Because we arrived in September and we got the job in December, even though we were not able to communicate in French.
Sound
And
that, I mean,
all
hmm,
of us are working
okay,
at the
okay.
moment. All of
Hmm.
us, we are working. It's not like only one job. We are working two jobs. All of
Hmm.
us.
Okay,
A
okay,
weekend,
that is fair.
we have a job that we are doing in the weekend, and in the during the week too, we have the job that we do.
Hmm. That is fair because I believe that in European countries, especially non-English speaking countries, it takes a while for people to get job. At least it takes that within that frame of 3 months. The other guy we talked with in Iceland, it also took him somewhere around 3 months before he could get a job. So I mean that is fair. Also because you cannot speak the language, you need to look for the ones that accept English speakers. But all of the people he knows are working. So that means that there is job. And the fact that you don't need to pay tuition, I mean, what are you waiting for? The
That's the
meat and
juicy part.
the meat. I heard something about food that they, I don't know if it is France, that they give food stuff to
Yeah,
students.
exactly. There is
I
food,
heard,
like there are a lot of food banks where you can go as a student. It's not like as a beggar or something. As a student, you are entitled to go and get food, and there is like subsidized price for students in some stores where you can go as a student and register. Like you can get if you like about to stock your food of like 50 euros, let's say 50 euros, so you only need to pay like 5 euros to get things of 50 euros
wow.
as a student.
Wow. Wow, that is really good. So you not only save money, you can plan your next step. You can go to school without paying a dime. You can work. So what else are you looking for? HND can also apply. So let's go to admission application real fast. What is the step? What are the steps? What are the universities that you can advise them to apply? And what are the steps that they can go to apply? Because a lot of them don't want to apply through the Campus France website, which is a lot more complicated. So do you have any universities that you can apply directly, or even if it is your university, you can also share with us, or any other university, or how they can find those universities that you can apply directly?
Yeah, mostly for the university, I would say I would recommend my university. Let me not
Okay.
be selfish, but I would say my university is a good university and it's
Hmm.
like straightforward, even though the application process when you get to their website is mostly in French. But take your time, use Google Translator and translate everything. That's your job, the job you need to like. These the steps you need to take to accomplish your mission.
Hmm.
Without doing so, you won't be able to get what you want. So take your time, use Google Translate to translate everything and try to apply on the school website. In my own case, I applied through school directly, which is eCandida. So for you to do that, you just Google the school name. My university is like University of Grenoble, and I will also recommend University of Lille and University of Marseille.
Okay. I'm
So
going to
these
keep
are
all the
three
links in
good,
the video description,
yeah,
guys,
these
so
are the
you can
three
check.
good university I would recommend, and you get a lot of good stuff down there. They have good courses taught in English.
Okay. So if
And
I
for my
can,
school, they are opening the application this coming February.
okay. Okay. So what is the difference between M1 and M2?
M1 and also the difference between M1 and M2 is like M1 is like the first year of masters, and then M2 is the second year of masters. For me, I'm doing M2 at the moment, which is second year of masters. If you are highly qualified, I would say, then they will give you the M2, meaning like
Directly with your bachelor's degree, you can apply
yes,
to M2. Okay.
yes, that's what I did with my bachelor degrees. I applied to the M2 and I got in.
M1 is 2 years, so you do M1 and then you do M2, but M2 is 1 year. M2 and you're done with masters.
If you start M1, meaning that you do 2 years,
Hmm.
and for M2 it's only 1 year.
Okay, okay. So what about the visa process? How do they go about the visa? Can you please break it down? So when they have gotten admission, what are the next steps they should take to be able to get their visa? What are the tips you can give them?
And for the BA visa application, some people trying to say, okay, they will just do it themselves and they don't need to use Campus France. It's not possible. You are setting yourself up for failure, I would say, because you must use Campus France to apply for visa, which is what I did. And after I got in my admission on myself, I did not use Campus France for my admission, and I got the admission and I used Campus France for visa. And the visa application is like straightforward. It's not really that complicated. I've
So how
gotten
did
like
you how can they do it like step by step? Do they call Campus France or how do they go about it?
First of all, if you're based in Lagos or Abuja, you need to visit them for easier process so that they explain everything to you what you need to bring. But obviously, what you need is like transcripts, your previous certificates, and also proof of funds.
How much?
The proof of funds, what they stated as of last year, it was like, let's say 6,000 euros is enough. And
Hmm.
then what is it called, your insurance, health insurance. You need health insurance, your flight tickets, let's say a flight itinerary, so you don't need to book a real
The
flight.
real
You
flights. Hmm.
do the reservation. I think that's all you need for you to
Okay.
apply for the visa, and it's like straightforward. I've gotten admission in like Italy for admission, so I just weigh my chances of which one I would take that would make me go to Europe much easier now. And then I see like the French process is much straightforward than Italy, so I choose to go with French and applied. In 2 weeks my visa came out and they
Oh,
delivered it to me. They will not submit it at Campus France. What they will do, the Campus France will evaluate the document. So once they evaluate the document, they make sure everything is intact. Then
hmm.
it's just like they are helping you.
Okay.
So once they evaluate it and make sure everything is intact, then you go and submit it at VFS, where you pay. I paid 35,000, but at the moment I don't know how much it costs
Hmm.
at the moment. But I paid 35,000 for the VFS. You have to book an appointment with the VFS to submit your documents. So after 2 weeks, and I got my visa.
Okay. So the last question that I would like to ask is, do you help people with admission, visa guidance, or things like that? And how can they contact you?
Yes, sure. I do give that service because at the moment there are some people I'm helping. And there's one bad news I want to share about France at the moment. They are passing a law that they will make it more strict for people to come in.
Hmm.
So do as much as you can do
To
to
come in this year.
this in
Hmm.
France, because it will be somehow like Germany. You need to block,
Oh,
but
okay.
you need a block account, and it's a, even though it's a different with Germany on, but once you block the accounts, you won't be able to benefit out of it. So
Hmm.
you are blocking the amount, the accounts. So once you finish your studies, so they will just give you your money. It's not like Germany, when you block the account, then they will be giving you the money monthly. So
Hmm.
down here, you are just blocking the accounts. For when you are leaving the country, they will make sure that you do not destroy anything in their country, and you do not cause any, you are not involved in any crime scene or something. So then they will give you your money back.
Okay. So, well, they if you have to go, you have to go now. Any European country, if you have to make decision, you have to make it now because most of them are changing their
And
law.
for the contact, you have my Twitter. This maybe you can just share with him, Twitter or Instagram. Mm.
Okay, guys. So if you want to go now, you have to go now because there is no time. There, if you shift it till next year, things are going to change so much. So you have to grab this opportunity. You don't need to pay. If you pay your deposit, if you can, so if the school requests for it, then they are also going to refund you back when you apply for the tuition waiver, and then you get subsidized foodstuffs and also free foodstuffs as students. So you don't even need to spend more money or except
And
on your accommodation.
there's one this thing. Even there's some school restaurants where you can go and eat good food. Like I mean, good food. It's just €3, and you'll be able to apply for to be getting it at €1. So now I'm eating good food at €1. So because I
Of
apply,
course,
I have
that
big
is how you
discount.
are shining. You are now shining after 6 months. All right, guys. So I think that he has given all the information. I'm going to keep all the links in the video description. Please, on February, try to apply to his school with your HND, merge it together with your OND, and also people that have bachelor's degree. If you're a French speaker, this is a very good opportunity for you because you're going for your master's. You're not going through a legal pathway. So this is a legal pathway that you can probably figure out what is next, where you will go next, or what you will do next. And of course, in every European country, you have to meet the language barrier, not just France. So you will not say, oh, there is language problem. Everywhere there is language problem, not just in France. So it also depends on your skills, which I am also telling you guys to get more skills, get more digitalized skills and skills that are required in those countries so that things will be much more easier for you. I know of a Nigerian that was given visa sponsorship to work in France as a cloud computing, whatever. And he even learned it 4 months in Nigeria before he got that visa sponsorship. So there are a lot of jobs out there in every country in Europe, but do you have the skills that are needed? So please rush and start looking into the schools. Keep the deadline or everything you need so that once it opens, you can apply. If you don't know how to go about it, you can reach out to Abbas on his Twitter. I'm going to keep it in the video description so that he can also he will guide you with admission application and visa assistance. So guys, with that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you so much, Abbas, for being with us and telling us more about France. And I hope that this is able to help one or two people out there. See you guys on my next video. Bye.